with regard to the committee that investigated the leak tape on which we had a plot allegedly to remove the IGP. The committee did its work, all members of the committee, but the chairman signed that particular report. The report got to Parliament. Parliament debated the report and eventually adopted the report. But it wasn't without an objection from the chairman of the committee, whose signature was not on the report. And he made his case on the floor of the House, urging the House not to adopt this particular report because Parliament is not just a conveyor belt. The particular report was deficient, among other things, and he doesn't believe that it has a proper logical foundation. Dr. Adam Bonaa is a security analyst. He's joined us on the phone line. We'll have a conversation with him about this, especially about the position that the chairman of the committee who did not sign the report has taken. Dr. Bonaa, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Star.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. Let's look at what has happened now with regard to the report that looked at the plot to remove the IGP. We know it's been adopted by the House. We know there's been a recommendation from the Speaker for the report to be sent to the President, for the President to act on it. What is your initial reaction to that, even before we get into the rest of it?
I can say that it's a good report by all standards. The members of the bipartisan, committee or bipartisan committee put up by the Speaker of Parliament, good job, except the chairman who had to flee with his tails in between his legs, so he probably, because he wasn't having his way with regards to pushing his own opinion and ideas onto the report. If you look at, your station is probably one of the first to have played the leak report, the leak tape. I think about a year ago, your station is one morning your station started playing this leak, tape, which eventually got the attention of Parliament, and then we are where we are. So congratulations to all of you and everybody who believed that something terrible had happened, apart from Atachia, who thinks that nothing untoward happened. So as far as I'm concerned, Lantam, it's a shame that someone who, 30 years at the bar, Atachia, did not realize that, did not see anything wrong with what these guys did. Meanwhile, we know that a certain Facebook coup plotter, Oliver Bakavomawo, allegedly, alleged Facebook coup plotter, Oliver Bakavomawo is in court, facing prosecution. I won't go into it because it's sub judice. We have Dr. Godro, who was eventually acquitted, discharged and acquitted, but some of the others who were secretly recorded for plotting a coup or plotting to destabilize this country were sentenced to death, and they are currently, I'm sure, in various prisons in Ghana. The NDC former chairman, Ofosu Ampofu, he was secretly recorded, and that tape found its way into court, and he's getting prosecuted. We have numerous recordings, even the Anas Armeyao, recorded people, judges of the Superior Court of Ghana. Some of them were caught being recorded by Anas secretly. And these were admitted, and some of them eventually have died after they were asked to go home. And so to have Atachia tell us this cock and bull story, that the tape, what they were doing, they didn't have the capacity. As if he's not a lawyer, as if he doesn't know that conspiracy is an inchoate offense, and if you are caught conspiring, you are punished as if though you have committed a crime. And so for him to say it didn't amount to anything, therefore they should be allowed to go, it's tantamount to saying that, you know what, crimes are no longer punishable in our country. People are free. That are youth and co. Let's open all of them to be roaming the streets of this country. You have COP, and 3 other senior officers. COP Alex Mensah, Superintendent JB and Superintendent Asari, conspiring to oust an IGP, and their only reason is because they want to be able to, they want to make COP Alex Mensah an IGP who can help to break the 8. And if this is not troubling enough, what else is troubling in this country? And so, as far as I'm concerned, Atachia disgraced himself. Atachia has shown that he cannot actually even lead a primary school. He can't, if he's asked to lead the SRC of a primary school, if there is anything like that.
Yes, but the chairman of the committee raised concerns about the chairman of the committee raised concerns, Dr. Bonaa, about some people who were or who may have been material or very crucial in giving evidence before the committee, but the committee felt that those people should not be called, and he felt that, well, that is not good enough. I mean, if we are calling everybody to appear before the committee and give evidence, and there are people who also have evidence to give or testimonies to give, which would be material to the particular case that is being investigated and some of the claims that have been made against the IGP, was only fair that we allow those people to be heard. But he says that was not done. Is that not a legitimate concern?
You know what, Lantam, I am old enough to know that there's been various presidential commissions set up to probe the Ghana Police Service, not today, and it won't be the last time. The Ghana Police Service, let me put it clear, I don't speak for the Ghana Police Service. I'm only a citizen of Ghana, and I speak on security matters. There's a reason why, if I have any knowledge to share in security matters, I will. The Ghana Police Service was not on trial. If anybody has, if Atachia felt that his terms of reference that was given to him and his colleagues, it was of no substance, the best thing for him to have done was to go back to Parliament, i.e. the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, and ask him to vary the terms of reference, the TOR given to them. You don't go like you have these junior high school children writing exams, and then you, a junior high school student or a headmaster of one of the schools whose children are writing the exams, you say the exams questions are not good enough, and therefore your students or those who must write the exams should boycott the examination. How dare you? The exams have been set. They've been given to you. Write them, so we see whether you have passed or not. So Atachia on his own, unilaterally, could not have just decided to throw in the fishing net and attempt to catch every fish, including plastics, that is found under the belly of the sea. No. They were given terms of reference. And the terms of reference was to authenticate the voice, to authenticate whether, the tape is legitimate. And these were done. Bukri Nabu said, yes, I recorded. And then to authenticate the voice, the people who were caught on the tape, yes, also agree that we were caught on the tape. Then all of a sudden, there is a U-turn, i.e. Atachia, that you know what? Can we open the floodgates? Let's ask everybody who has a problem at the Ghana Police Service to come in. Come and give evidence. Come and say whatever you want to say. Because this is a committee set up to probe that there was the TOR to the effect that let's probe the Ghana Police Service. No. But that is what Atachia attempted to do. And all of us watched it on television. How Atachia, his first interaction with the key suspect, what's the name? COP Alex Mensah, started patronizing Alex Mensah disgracefully, telling him that he's so knowledgeable, he's so this, and he would have given him scholarship to go and study for a PhD or something if he had the opportunity. That is not why he was called. He was given the opportunity to chair the committee. And it is not because, respectfully, Atachia had any speciality. That is why he was asked to chair the committee. But when people are put together, usually one of them is made the leader. I have chaired committees of which is of national in nature, and you chair the committee. You get up in the morning, you lead your team, and when you get there, you would have dreamt about certain ideas. You put them on paper. You get there, and your colleagues tell you, no, we don't agree to this. Sometimes you would adjourn the meeting, try to see how you can convince them. They will still stick to their guns. You put it to vote. You lose. When you lose, you go by what the committee members voted for. You don't say because I have lost, you run away. So can you imagine that the Right Honorable Speaker, his own NDC members who largely elected him to lead Parliament, have largely also, spoken against him openly. Then he says, because they have spoken against me openly, I'm no longer the Speaker of Parliament. Or your boss, Bolare. I mean, you know how many of you would disagree with your boss, Bolare? Then Bolare says that, oh, I'm no longer the boss of the EIB setup. I'm just running. You don't do that. You bring people together, make sure you manage everybody, so that at the end of the day, the work is done. But that is not what Atachia did. And so mine is that, to answer you directly with regards to your question, Atachia has disgraced himself. What he has done means that you cannot put Atachia in charge of anything in this country or elsewhere across the world, because then you don't say, I chair a committee, and once I disagree with, we are 5 or 6 of us, and I'm chairing, I disagree, so you flee. You don't do that. You don't flee. You stick to it and ensure that even though you disagree and you're largely 5 of your members agree, you are only 1 who is dissenting. You go with what is done, and it's a lawyer. You know that is even done in the law courts. You know, when they empanel judges, and one of them is supposed to lead. You could dissent, but it doesn't mean that your other colleagues who are in favor would not have their way. And so mine is that Atachia set out to make it look like the Ghana Police Service was on trial. He came with his own note under his armpit. Unfortunately, he met his meter. He met the, Honorable Agaga and Co, Yabuama, Ophelia. Can you imagine one of the committee members on the side of even the MPP is the cabinet minister today? The point is that Atachia telling me that he, Atachia, who was sacked from the president's second term, is knowledgeable than all these people. I'm not disrespecting him. And what I'm trying to say is that when we are put to perform national assignment, we should do it and do it honestly and faithfully. So as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this leaked police report, look at what is happening in Kenya. Kenya is in turmoil. Is that what we want for this country? That's not what we want. We disagree. But we have always found a way to ensure that Ghana moves on to the next election for someone else to come. That is how we have practiced our democracy over the years. So as far as I'm concerned, Lantam, the Ghana Police Service was not on trial. Atachia attempted to put the Ghana Police Service on trial, and his colleagues, including 2 of the MPPs. If you listen to the majority speaker, he gave, I think, a final submission before the speaker, put the thing to them to say yes or no. You listen to him, and my heart out to the respected majority leader. All of them have distanced themselves. But this thing, the MPP want to win. If the MPP would win, they would want to win an election not through someone's machinations, but they want to win elections because probably Ghanaians want them, but not true. But Atachia has made it, the IGP, the IGP, the IGP. And you ask yourself, what is the issue? I mean, you can see how he disgraced himself. So for me, I think that, we should learn, all of us, we should learn from some of these things when we are asked to lead, some of committees like this, that is of national in nature. We should respect our committee members and respect the views of people. Go and check commentary since Atachia started this thing. Go and check the commentary against him, which I think is not the best.
So moving forward, now that it's been recommended that the president act on the recommendations of the reports, what will be your expectations?
my expectation is that I do believe that the president would want to hand over a peaceful Ghana to the next person. It doesn't matter who wins the election. And therefore, he would, since these guys were plotting to destabilize this country, by extension, he should usually, what would happen is that a copy, I think the police council chairman is not the president, it's the vice president. So my expectations would be that it will be passed on to the vice president. No matter how busy he is, to call for a police council meeting and ensure that a copy of it is sent to the Attorney General. Remember that what these people, at the moment, they have been indicted by Parliament. No one can do anything. It's been adopted. So they've been found guilty by Parliament. So the AG, if it's minded, once it comes to him, if he wants to start any prosecution, any process of prosecuting them, he will do that. Then a copy is also usually sent to the police councils, the police itself, or the police council itself. Then they will then start, because the police has its own adjudicating process, where they will take you through the police service inquiry. If you have lawyers, you will come, they will try you. And I heard people say, including even him, COP Alex Mensah, that he's gone on trial. You should go and check, you should go and read carefully the Interpretation Act of Ghana. You should go and check it. Read it well. So that when he's making the lame argument that, I have gone on retirement, he committed the offense that he has been convicted of today when he was a serving police officer. He's a lawyer. He should go and check the Interpretation Act and then be abreast with this before going that tangent and saying that, I cannot be called back. When you committed the crime, you were a police officer. So you cannot now, the police can try you. They'll bring you back and try you. That's how it's supposed to be. And so as far as I'm concerned, these people must be punished. And my expectation is that the president already has distanced himself. You heard the respected majority leader say that this thing must be settled peacefully. And peaceful means that no jiggy. We have adopted it. President should act, vice president should act, police council, the AG should act. All of them must act to ensure that it serves as a deterrent, act as a deterrent to other people who are thinking of doing the same. And what do you call a majority leader? They say the government is not interested in getting rid of the IGP. So this matter has been settled everywhere, including Parliament. So as far as I'm concerned, Lantam, Atachia should rather look at other ways. But as far as this report is concerned, he failed. He failed to put across whatever he wanted to do, because he made it, this person should come. Listen to this person. Listen to that person. You have been given a restricted terms of reference. How dare you just go and open it up and say everybody should come? If the IGP has ever chased your girlfriend, come and talk about it. If you have something against the police, come and talk about it. If you don't do that, you will have a restricted terms of reference. But that is what Atacha threw it away, drew his own terms of reference. And you know the people who were on the committee, serious-minded persons. And you, Atacha, thought you could bully them. And we all watched the proceedings, isn't it, Lantam? You brought it to us. So we knew how biased Atacha was. He performed, from day one. So for me, I am not surprised, but I think we should learn lessons from this.
Very well.
Because like the president said, we should be citizens and not spectators.
Very well. Dr. Adam Bonaa, grateful that you joined us this morning here on the Morning Star.
Thank you.
Dr. Adam Bonaa is a security analyst speaking to us this morning with regard to the IGP Leak Tape Committee's report, which has been adopted by Parliament, and it's going to be forwarded to the president for the president to act on it. The time has come up to 8:47 a.m. We've still got more to come here on the Morning Star. Today is Friday, and so our panel will be joining us in the studio, and we'll get to talking. There are quite a number of issues to talk about on the show today. Obviously, we'll talk about what's happening with the NPP and the outdooring of the running mate to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the person of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the speech that he gave at that rally in Kumasi at his outdooring. It was done at the Jubilee Park. It's got a lot of people talking. We'll talk about that. That's one of the major issues that has come up for discussion throughout this entire week. Of course, we can also talk about some of the things that were said by John Dramani Mahama during his Meet the Press encounter. That is one thing that we can focus on as well here on the show today. We've also got some debate matters, if I can describe it as such. Vice President Baumia is accusing John Mahama of running away from a debate. But is John Mahama running away from a debate? Will a debate benefit the electorate in any way? All of these issues and more still to come here on on the Morning Star. Forgive me. I'm used to saying GH1 TV. This is coming up on the Morning Star. But yesterday on Star Today, there was an interview that was granted, or should I say, the Member of Parliament for the North Tong constituency, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, has been speaking to us about some issues. Just take a listen to this.
The Minister for Employment and Labor Relations is clearly taking the Ghanaian people for granted, and he is underestimating our anger. How can the minister tell us that the MPRA has given SNED the green light when, as we speak, the transaction advisor, Sem Capital, led by Dr. Sam Mensah, has issued a damning verdict on this transaction? What kind of review has the MPRA done? When the transaction advisor, remember we paid good money to the transaction advisor, $491,000, over 7 million Ghana cedis. If they won't listen to the transaction advisor, why are we spending so much money to obtain this advice from the transaction advisor? The transaction advisor is telling us that after reviewing this deal, they find that Rock City has been made an offer which other bidders did not have. Rock City has been allowed to pay half and then spread the half over a 24-month period. An insider dealing, clear bias, clear discrimination. Other bidders didn't have that. The SNIT pre-qualification criteria is that bidders should have a bank guarantee. Rock City doesn't have a bank guarantee. Rock City, according to the transaction advisor, doesn't have the source of funding. So what kind of green light is the MPRA giving? Clearly, these are government officials determined to sell these hotels, including profitable hotels, to their colleague in government. We are not going to accept this. And I want to serve notice that we are going to engage in nationwide demonstrations. We are going to collaborate with organized labor. There will be a grand resistance. There will be strikes. There will be demonstrations all over our country. And we are not going to allow this blatant, nauseating, insider dealing to continue. I mean, look, we challenge the MPRA to publish the outcome of their review, if they are proud of what they have done, if their review is superior to what the transaction advisor has done, if they know they have engaged in legitimate, transparent work.
Star 103.5 FM.
The review that they have done, subjected to public scrutiny, and let us see that indeed this transaction is above board. They cannot do it because they know they are engaged in insider dealing. We are going to stage the biggest demonstration on this matter across the country. The resistance will continue. We'll work with organized labor. There will be strikes. There is absolutely no way we are going to allow this obnoxious transaction to continue.